shows. Log on to hear us speaking the facts on current events, family, and finances.
So be sure to log on each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. to catch Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR.
Tune in.
What's up? What's up? We are back. This is Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. I, of course, am JR, and my co-host and lovely daughter is over there on the right. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, Dad.
How you doing, baby?
I'm doing fantabulous.
Yes, you are. And looking fantabulous as well.
Thank you, my word of the day.
I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of the housekeeping out of the way. Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR is brought to you by Kiss Wealth Now. Taking care of not half, not some, but all of your commercial and residential real estate needs. Charlie, tell them how to get Kiss Wealth Now.
I'm so glad you asked that question. So Kiss Wealth Now is available 24/7 via the website, and you're able to get information about mortgages. Right now, we're number 6 in the state of Texas out of 3,000 loan officers. So we definitely pride ourselves on, helping families get into homes as quick as possible with less headache, meaning your down payment's covered. And so definitely have questions. Reach out to me. You won't have questions after you talk to me. But reach out to me and I can answer any of your questions about, gaining and creating that generational wealth for the family.
214-738-4913.
That's right.
The website is kisswealthnowaltogether.com.
There you go. And as we say, you have your wealth, but you definitely need to pay attention to your health.
To your health, that's right.
So you can definitely use it.
That's right, because your health is your wealth.
Your health is your wealth.
And our guest tonight agrees with that wholeheartedly.
Yes, she does.
I'm going to go ahead and get the other part of the housekeeping out of the way and go ahead and acknowledge our the Speaking the Facts crew. We have alter egos. We are the fly guy and the fly girls. And so I am, don't call it a comeback because I've been fly.
That's right. That's right.
Over there is Fly Money.
That's right.
And in the back, our producer, Kim, a.k.a. This Shit's Fly. What's up, Kim? Hey. We got Taylor over there on the knobs and faders. How you doing, Taylor? She's all right.
That's right.
So now, without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let Charlie introduce our guest for this evening because she got a lot to that information that I just want to soak up. So.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Ms. Verlene, for coming in and, because you've been coming to the networking events. Yes. That's how we met, once a month. So the next one is going to be October 31st, Halloween. So, so before people go to the big Halloween party, they can come there and see what they can win. But that's where we met. Yes. And you have several different businesses that you're in. Yes. And I think so you would be a serial entrepreneur, right?
Yes,
so with that,
absolutely.
I guess I'm going to let you take it away. We're so happy that you're here.
Okay. I am Verlene Bennett. I am the CEO and co-founder of Sugar Plum Skincare. I'm also a health consultant. I work with a chiropractor in Crowley. And we really focus on diabetes and just helping people manage to get off meds.
So important.
And really the nerve damage. We're trying to reverse that. So that's the challenge.
The challenge.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
that's
you have beautiful skin, by the way.
Thank you.
That's
the Sugar Plum.
That's the Sugar Plum. And yes, I've used my samples, and I need to get some.
Good.
Yes. So
Good.
yes. And so being in healthcare, as we get older, there's all different things, but diabetes is something that is on the rise.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
so
in the African American community, especially.
And so what is it that we can do to maybe ward that off? I mean, it's just genetics, obviously, but is there anything? 'Cause I've seen like people who are really small have diabetes. It's not size related, but we think, and we were raised that the bigger you were, that you were going to have.
Right.
Yeah.
So, from my expertise is about what you put into your body. I think the biggest thing is it was passed down from great grandma, but nobody changed the recipes. Back then, I feel like, it was less pesticides, everything was more organic, where now is any and everything is in it. So it's important that you read ingredients. It's important that you know how to substitute white sugar for use a guava syrup if you want a sweetener. So that's been the biggest alternative is people just not being open-minded to change. It's like, it's the same recipe, but it don't taste the same. So it's like, but do you really need 3 cups of sugar? You know, so
Well, you got
can we do that in half? You know,
Right.
and then of course everything's done in moderation.
Right. So then, question
Yes.
on your grits: is it sugar? You know.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. We got a guest in the back, and when she said, "Is it sugar?" That hair started.
I'm from Chicago, and growing up, it was sugar. It really was. It was sugar and butter. And then at my father's house, it was no grits. It was rice
And
and butter.
and sugar. Yeah. Yeah.
That was breakfast. But honestly, when my kids, when they make grits, they don't add any sugar or anything. My daughter may put cheese in hers, if anything, but
Yeah. Yes.
You know,
So-
I'm a salt and pepper on my grits.
Same here.
Yes,
I'm
salt
salt
and
and pepper
pepper.
all
Yeah.
day long.
But I want to talk about sugar for a second because
Okay.
she and I have had a conversation on the phone, and I just want to share what we talked about.
Sure.
Because people don't realize how unhealthy, and especially white sugar,
Yes.
and
The drug.
For those that for those conspiracy theorists out there, I am not saying white sugar is unhealthy because it's white.
And,
And
brown
I am
people should
not-
only
I
use
am not
brown sugar.
prejudiced
I'm
against
just
sugar.
teasing. You heard I said that?
Sugar,
I said
period.
brown people should use brown sugar. I'm just teasing.
But really though, anything that is bleached, if you bleach something, you are
Yes.
also removing the nutrients with the color. So
Right.
so white bread, white rice, white white sugar, they all have less nutrients than they could have because they've been bleached.
Yes.
But just using sugar and things having sugar in them. Tell people how harmful sugar is to the body, because I mean, as much as we eat it, maybe some people don't know.
Right.
Sugar really destroys the pancreas. It really slows down its functioning for that. Again, everything's done in moderation, and I think people don't really understand like what's moderation. And then no one's reading labels. Like I could drink a Pepsi just because I like Pepsi, but do you know how much sugar is in that Pepsi?
Yeah.
You know, and look
How
at
many
the
cups of sugar? No.
well, you got to look at the serving size, right? Because that whole bottle may be 2.5 serving size, whereas people really like, oh, it's just 1 serving. No, that could be 2 serving size versus 1.
Gotcha.
So it's important that people read labels and
Yeah.
understand them. I tell my clients, if you can't pronounce the first 5 ingredients, leave it on the shelf. Like seriously, leave it on the shelf.
If you can't pronounce the words, the ingredients in
Yeah.
it, it's probably not very good for you.
So
That's-
then,
not.
so the person who maybe says, "What's wrong with high fructose corn syrup?"
which is by the way in everything.
Yes.
High fructose corn syrup, and we were talking about this on the phone. In most countries in the world, high fructose
banned.
corn syrup is banned.
Yeah.
But in America, it is in almost everything. It is in
Yes.
every what do you want to call them? The big sodas. All the
Oh,
big
yeah,
sodas
yeah.
are made with high fructose corn syrup. It is in most ketchup
Yeah,
that you
your
buy.
condiments,
It is in most
for
pickles
sure.
that you buy.
Yeah.
If your pickles have any sugar in them, you want to look and see what kind. And
Right.
the reason that you're the professional. Tell them why high
I know,
fructose.
right.
Let me not
Yeah,
take over.
right,
Let me
yeah.
because I could have
See,
did this at home.
This how he did. We was going literally back and forth for about 40 minutes on the phone. That was our first conversation. But again, that high fructose is nothing but sugar. Like it's just made into liquid form. It's like if you boil sugar and water on the stove, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So again, it's still sugar. No matter what it is, it's still going to be sugar. I think nowadays it's stamped on there if it's in there or not, because it was found in a lot of course, cereal. A lot of kids, just things kids eat all the time, and then they were saying kids had ADHD and so forth like that, but it necessarily wasn't that. I mean, it could be linked to sugar. But I do like now that everything is labeled and saying, they're giving you options now, I should say that. So if you educate yourself and you know what that is, you know you could leave that there and go to other things. A lot of my clients, I tell them to try to eat organic, even though I know it's more expensive. Or you could buy it whole yourself and kind of chop it up, because that saves money as well,
Well, you know
versus
what?
buying it
See,
prepackaged.
a lot of people suffer from PDR, you know.
PDR?
People don't read. And so, you know, they're not
Oh, she
going
got me
to-
on that one.
Like, I hadn't heard that acronym. Like, wait
working.
a
I'm like,
minute.
PDR.
Yes. That is true. People do not read. Or again, it's because so-and-so eat it. You know, I like it because I had it at this person's house. But that doesn't mean it's good for you. Even the Splenda, all of that, that's man-made.
Yeah,
You need to,
I don't do
that's
any
worse
fake
than
sugar than the real sugar. Yeah, I don't do any fake. That stuff actually gives me a headache.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I
a lot of my
cannot do it.
patients have headaches, nausea, they have diarrhea, and they're like, well, what is it?
It's the
if
fake
you
sugar.
got about 15 packs of this and a 6-ounce cup of coffee, what do you expect to get? Right? And your body is rejecting it, and a lot of people don't.
Well, that's the thing with the high fructose corn syrup. People don't realize that fructose is the natural sugar that's inside fruit.
Correct.
And so when it's inside the fruit, you know, it's cool. But when you remove it from the fruit, it becomes this high fructose stuff, and the body no longer recognizes it.
Because you're tampering with it. You know?
You're tampering with it. So
Yeah.
the body no longer, once it becomes high fructose, the body doesn't recognize it anymore. And so it can't break it down, which is why a lot of countries have banned it. And it is really important to read stuff before you eat it, and not just
And not
trust
suffer from
these
And
corporations.
it's also the other additives that they put in it, you
Yeah.
know, to make theirs different from the next brand or the next label. That's not good either, because again, it's all man-made. Like, God provided fruit. Why are we doing all of that?
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
And then you wind up with diabetes, and of course it comes in 3. So it's typically like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. It's all in
It all,
3s.
all goes together. So if a person, you know, we've talked about, you know, what causes the sugar intake and how it affects the pancreas. So how are you guys reversing that? You know, maybe the person who's out there says, okay, I do have diabetes and I do eat my sugars, you know, and you know, and want to say, okay, how do I reverse the damage that I may have caused, or fix it till I don't have diabetes anymore?
So-
I mean, I know it's health and how you eat, but
Right. But sometimes it depends on how far along it is, like being realistic. Sometimes it's not reversible. It could be managed. It'll be manageable. So I always tell my clients to cut back. You know, if you, like I said, you're making a pound cake, it requires 3 cups of sugar. Try a cup and a half. Like, do the half of the sugar. You got to be realistic. You can't just abruptly stop sugar. Like, especially when your body's been dependent on it, you're really going to go through withdrawals, to be honest with you.
withdrawals on sugar. So what is withdrawals of sugar?
Oh, it's the same thing as any drug.
It's
Really?
just-
Yeah,
You're not,
you're gonna
you're not
have
sitting over
jitters.
the corner shaking, but yes.
No,
but-
sometimes you are. It depends. No, seriously, it really depends on how
okay.
long you've been on it. You may have the sweats and everything.
Wow.
So again, you just cannot, because your
stop.
body has been dependent on that so long.
And
it's
see, for
looking
me,
for it.
if I have too much, because I'm not a sugar person, like,
Okay.
then for me, if I have too much sugar, it's the opposite for me. Like, if I say, okay, like, I'm going to go ahead and eat, well, I did eat one today. I had a blizzard today. I had a long day.
Aren't you?
It was-
Now, weren't you jittery after that?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Lord, I had too
Uh-huh.
much sugar. Yeah. So then I needed to counter it with
Right.
salt because I was
Yes,
like,
you
I
gotta
had-
balance it.
I had to balance it out.
Right.
And so I did not eat healthy today, but it's all right.
But again, moderation. You're
Moderation.
not eating that every day.
I'm not. I'm
you
definitely
know.
not. Yeah. I
it's-
just had a long drive and the sun was beating on me. And I was like, and I was driving and I saw Dairy Queen. I was like, oh,
Let me stop. That looks good over there. But again, you have some people who have been doing this for years.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you don't know what you don't know if you don't ask questions. You know, Or some people be like, oh, I'm going to still do this and take my medication. But that's
Right,
like
right.
putting a Band-Aid over it.
It is,
You know, you're
yeah.
not getting to the root cause of like really what it is. And it correlates and go back to what are you eating? You know, how you exercising. Even 30 minutes a day do you justice. Get out and get in the sun. A lot of people don't do that. And then it's also people that emotional eaters. You know, you got to think about those too. That they eat when they depressed. They eat when they sad. Some people are happy eaters. When they happy, they indulge in sweets. You know, so I think everybody has their addictions.
Well, I
per
was
se.
I was about to say the word. You took it right out of my mouth.
You know?
because addiction is not just drugs and alcohol. People
It's
tend to
not.
think it is,
Yeah, it can
but
be
it is
food.
not just drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
You can be addicted to a plethora of things.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
when it comes to what we eat, what we're addicted to, and we let you said it earlier on. We let people goad us into eating what they eat. We
Yeah.
care about
Yeah.
them talking about us or teasing us
Yeah.
because we won't eat certain things. And for those who are thinking about changing their diet, I'll just be honest with you and say yes, you are going to be teased. You're going to be talked about.
It's different.
I tell people all the time that I went 8 years going to family functions and never having anything fixed that I could eat. Luckily, Burger King has sold a veggie burger for 15, 20 years. Yeah, they were probably the first. But I will say that most of those people back when we went to California, for your sister's wedding, most of the people, I saw a lot of those people, and most of them walked up and said, I especially Lydia, I know that, I know we teased you, I know we rode you, I know blah blah, but we've all, things have happened to us, and now we're all trying to be like you,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Right.
and that's the other thing. Go to the, you have to go to the doctor. You have to find out what's going on with you, because diabetes, I know that if you catch it early enough, it's almost always reversible, unless it's
Yes.
type A.
Yes,
In type A, you can't
if you
get it.
catch it early enough, but I think a lot of people, they know that something's wrong and they just don't go to the doctor.
Right.
Then by the time we do and you run labs, it's like, oh,
Right.
like I knew it was there, I knew it was something, but I didn't realize how long ago and how long it's been there, how long it's
Right.
been festering. So it's like a monster. You're just constantly feeding the sugar. Of course, it's just going to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you catch it early, yes, it is definitely reversible if you catch it early.
I know 3 people personally that have all gotten off the insulin.
Insulin, yeah.
Because they caught it early and
Yeah.
they changed their habits, and now we're able to get off of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was going back to kind of what you're saying, how people come up to you and say, wow, we're trying to get it right because maybe we didn't eat good all this
Right.
year. So now, opposite of my dad, I eat meat, but I don't eat tons of it.
Okay.
But I did have somebody call me and was like, wow, like what? He's like, what are you doing? Because you look good. You
Right,
look,
right.
He's like, well, I mean, just with moderation. I mean, I think you can still find what's right for your body and
Right,
not,
absolutely.
yeah. And so every now and again,
Absolutely.
you want to enjoy something, but again, it's definitely paying attention to your body.
Right.
So if you put something in it that it's wrong or your body's rejecting it, that you're realizing it. Like
Yes.
if I taste something and I don't like the way it tastes, I'm not going to just eat it.
Right,
I'm
absolutely.
like,
Yeah, that is
I'm not
right.
going to waste the calories.
Yeah.
Anything I put in my mouth, I want to enjoy.
Yeah. So I was a vegan for almost 10 years. 2022, I had 3 surgeries, so I had to go back to eating meat. And it was challenging.
Right.
Because I ate the chicken, that came up. So I said, okay, let me go back to turkey. That came up. So I said, okay, let me stick to fish. And then I had to ease my way back into turkey. So now we'll eat turkey and fish and chicken every now and then. My daughter, she's the one, well, both of them, they like chicken. But when we were vegan, the whole house was vegan. So it was about, I had to get creative with mealtime.
Yeah. I can
Needless
imagine.
to say, we still don't do dairy. And my son, he's gonna find some macaroni and cheese somewhere. But for the most part, you just incorporate more grains, green leafy vegetables and so forth. So it's a balance.
It definitely is. I had a friend of mine's. If you're watching Maka the Hey Girl, she made a chickpea pudding, and
I've never had a chickpea pudding.
and it's dairy free, and it was really really good. Kim is like, she's like,
I don't got creative, but I have not heard
Our
of a
producer is
chickpea.
not impressed with the chickpea pudding.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my God.
it was, and everything was natural with no dairy. So it was chickpeas, coconut milk.
Okay.
I want to say she said maple, maple something. I can't remember
Maple
what it was.
syrup?
Maple, yeah, but it was natural. It was not,
Yeah.
And one other thing, and it might have been brown sugar. Maple or brown sugar, I can't remember.
Okay.
But she put it in, mixed it all together, put it in the jar, and it created a pudding.
Okay,
And
now
so-
Charlie, you about to have me go pull out my chickpeas and
Yeah,
try
right.
this now.
Well,
Wait a
right.
minute.
So I'm gonna get the recipe because I said I want to do it because I was like, and so she makes it like on Sunday and it's for the whole week. But it was
Okay.
actually really good and it was very filling. So on that particular day, I had that, and I had a salad. So I ate the chickpeas. I was full. Then for lunch, I went to try to eat the salad. I only ate the chicken and the hummus. I couldn't even get to the lettuce, but I was done. I couldn't eat anything else because it's very filling. And I asked her, I said, okay, chickpea pudding, what does it do? But she said it does clean you out.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
Chickpeas in general, though.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, but it actually tastes really, really good.
Yeah.
Now, people say that I eat different. Like we
Is that why you looking like that? You're like,
So when
yeah,
we were-
absolutely.
because I was the one in Cabo eating oatmeal every morning. Like
Okay.
everybody else had sausage and hash browns.
Yeah, see,
and
I can't
was
eat
eating
heavy like
omelets
that.
and stuff. But I'm like, ooh, my green juice and oatmeal is so good. I am so fulfilled. And everybody's like,
Yeah.
that's nasty.
See, that's what I get.
Yeah.
People look at my plate and it's like, yeah, about you anyway. They,
Yeah.
But it's but I will say being a vegetarian or a vegan, it's not for everybody.
Right.
It's not.
It's not.
But listen to your body and don't
Yeah.
eat food because other people are eating it.
Right.
Now I will say, be open minded and try it.
Yeah, you have to, yeah.
Because you have some people. Because I don't eat rice, I eat quinoa, and everybody be like, "What is that?"
But quinoa's good.
It is.
Yeah.
It's excellent in fiber. So
Kim, do you like quinoa? Oh, you eat quinoa. Okay.
She
You
said
got a
yes,
head
yes.
nod. No, you eat quinoa.
Probably got a yes nod over there.
No, it is. Okay, it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Either I make it like rice, or sometimes I just heat it in a skillet and mix it in my salad. Just
Okay,
if I
yeah.
want to crunch.
Yeah,
or something like
it's
that.
good that way. I've had it that
Yeah.
way. Yeah, I mean, it's lots of different things. Obviously the cauliflower. They're using that as rice substitution.
That's something I cannot tolerate.
Is cauliflower?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, no. I tried it before with my kids, and they were like, "What is that? What is that?" I tried the
that
pizza.
right there, take that away.
Yeah, they
A
were
cauliflower
like,
pizza?
the
Oh.
crust
With the
is.
crust.
Oh, really? I hadn't tried that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
I'm
it
not a
either.
fan
I've
of it at
tried
all.
it.
Yeah.
It was a waste of my money for real. Because I was like,
You're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad when the kids don't want it.
yeah. You're like,
And they both was on one accord, like, no, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. So,
right.
I don't know if
Good.
that's
Answer that,
probably
no.
me.
That
But,
you?
um,
Okay.
It probably is. I
Okay.
had it on airplane mode.
Okay.
It's fine.
Or an alarm.
Yeah.
You get a fine of $2. No, I'm just
Gosh, you're gonna break me.
I just noticed the elephant earrings. Those are nice.
I'm a Delta.
Yeah.
Delta.
Delta, love it,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you.
But yeah, listening to your own body and how food makes you feel, you have to pay attention when we have to pay attention when we eat, and again, I just can't stress enough going to the doctor. I didn't used to go to the doctor either, and I was one of those.
So what
people
made
that-
you go
that-
to the doctor?
Actually, a very good friend of mine talked about me profusely because he said, "Man, you a veteran. You ain't going to the VA."
Oh yeah, I would have been that friend.
And he
Really?
talked about me. And then once
Yeah.
I started going, I started finding out about my health.
Yeah.
And once I started learning how my body was doing, then I wanted to, well, okay, this is going on. I need to
Right.
to like a year ago. I don't know, for some strange reason, for about a month or so, I wanted an apple fritter, and I could only eat like a piece of it because of the sugar.
Yeah.
But when I went to the doctor, my sugar was a little. It wasn't dangerous, but it was up a little. Well, I just had some lab work done, and every single category was within range. Not one thing was out of range.
That's
Yeah.
excellent.
So
Yeah.
so it's important to pay attention to what you eat and how it makes your body feel.
Yeah.
Because allergies are a lot of things that might affect
Yes.
you that don't affect me, or vice
Yes,
versa.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, so you really have to pay attention to how the food you eat makes you feel, and like I said, I don't pay attention to to eating food just because other people have it, and oh, you can have something, you can eat this, and
No, I'm allergic to pork, and everybody, what you mean you're allergic to pork? You can eat it. No.
Have you always been allergic to pork?
No, my mom had breast cancer when I was 16, and so we probably stopped eating pork probably when I was 12. I was in college one day studying, and they ordered a pepperoni pizza. Half was pepperoni, half was cheese, and unfortunately, I got the pepperoni and was in the ER. Like, what's going on? So, no pork. Yeah, no
Yeah.
pork. So that's what really prompted me to start reading ingredients because of my allergies.
Yeah.
And then my son, he had asthma, so learning like what triggered his asthma,
Yeah.
and
Right.
most of it was milk products. So
Yeah.
he likes Ripple milk. It's so nasty
What
to
is-
me.
what
it's a
is
pea
Ripple
protein.
milk?
It's made with pea proteins.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
Now, I had that. Yeah, I know on the whole milk thing. I still do regular milk. I
with
can't
no
really-
issues.
No, not really. Not yet. Look, no. I mean, but I don't do it all the time. Like if I get a tea. So like what I've been doing here with my tea now is I'm starting to try to do more matcha.
Oh yeah.
Because it's good for you. You
Right,
know?
it is.
So
Just
I've been
don't
getting.
take it on an empty stomach.
No.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is my chai tea latte that I get, I'll have them do a scoop of the matcha
Okay.
in it. So that way I'm getting it
Yeah.
and I'm getting the benefits,
Yes, yes.
And so I've tried it with the oat milk before and
Mm-hmm.
but then, the things is that, if you do drink milk, it's better for you to do whole milk than it is the 2% of the non-fat because they put sugar in it to create the system, so, a lot of people don't know that,
Right, yeah.
So they're doing the 2% and there's a whole bunch of sugar that your body
Right.
doesn't need, you know.
But that's like we said, the sugar is in everything.
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I said reading the ingredients is definitely key.
Now, not to get off the diet, but I want to definitely call attention to your business because y'all
Absolutely.
know that if you have questions about diabetes, what you're putting in your system, and how to even reverse, some of the things that you may be experiencing with diabetes, she's going to be your go-to. But, our skin is our largest organ, and we've got to take
Yes.
care of that. And I definitely
Absolutely.
want to, talk about that,
Okay.
why you got started. I know you do a lot of the things yourself, and just, that experience.
So that's how I actually got started. It was what we were eating. Mm-hmm. So it's best to take care of everything from the inside out. Mm-hmm. My daughter was breaking out with hives. She probably was about 4 or 5. So I've been making my own products. She's 17 since she was about 4 or 5 years old.
Wow.
But I didn't know the scale that it was needed. I was just doing it for my household. I started making our own laundry detergent. Of course, everybody's like, why are you doing all that? And just buy no dyes in it. But then I learned that it was certain perfumes that, was causing breakouts. And I really couldn't put my finger on it. So we had her tested. At that time, she had hypothyroidism. So I started giving her actually seaweed chips. And that
Mhm.
brought
Oh, I
her-
love seaweed chips.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So that brought it back up. They had on Synthroid. So I'm not a pill popper. I believe in herbs. So the moment you tell me you have an issue, I'm going to research a herb that can help that. And so once I pinpointed what was all going on, now it's like, let me address the skin. So we keep eating. We always ate fruits and vegetables, but It's the fruits that's high in water content that we started eating more of. Then after I got that down, I said, okay, now let me look into the shea butters. So the yellow shea butter in beauty supply stores, do not use that.
It's
It
more
has
wax.
a lot of additives in it, a lot of fragrance. It's just not natural. I order my shea butter from Ghana, and it's a pure creamy white color
Okay.
that comes to me, along with the cocoa butter. The cocoa butter is really hard. It's definitely harder than the shea butter, of course. So that's how you could tell if it's natural. You don't want refined shea butter. You want unrefined, because that means it's in its natural state. It hasn't been touched. Typically, refined is what I found. Now, people could correct me. It has been melted down with additives and dyes, so that's why it looks yellow or different colors.
Yeah, I used to work at an oil refinery. I've had so many different jobs, but while I worked at an oil refinery, I learned about emulsifiers.
Okay.
Emulsifiers are what hold things together when you mix stuff together and they won't stay together.
Yeah.
I mean, even simple things like peanut butter. If you buy natural peanut butter, the oil and the peanut butter separate.
Yes.
If you buy commercial peanut butter, it's got an emulsifier in it. So you're talking about that the emulsifiers that are holding that stuff together, and the natural things don't have it in it, which is why they'll harden and they're clear in color.
And else, to me, it smells different. It definitely smells different. You could tell, like, if it has like an old smell to it. To me, I guess I've been doing it for so long, I could kind of smell it. Or if it's not, the shea butter that comes to me has like grains in it. You can kind of really feel it. Yeah. But once I whip it and add other oils to it, it kind of dissolves and smooths out a lot. But if it comes like that in a big batch, I just make scrubs with it. It doesn't go to waste.
Gotcha.
So does Sugar Plum have a signature product?
It is. It's called Sugar Plum, the original. That's the. It's for the ladies. The men is called Classic Men.
Okay.
I'm expanding, so I got a couple of other fragrance. I make my own fragrance in the lab. I call it. Definitely with beakers. Like it's a real thing for me.
Right. You're like,
Are you in there with the the?
I am. I have my gloves on. I have on purple gloves. I do. I wrap my hair up. Everything. I don't want anything getting into it.
So do you have like an online shop, or how are you getting?
I do. It's sugarplumskincare.com is where you could go to. Right now, it's to the original and the Classic Man is on there. I have hair oil I'm working on. So before I put anything on my website, I always try it on myself, my kids first, or close family, just to test for any reactions and to get actual testimonies like, ooh, girl, this ain't this, or this is smooth. I like that because it makes me go back and say, okay, let me tweak this or add this. Now try that.
And see how you did.
So that's how I actually started. One of my girlfriends had eczema really bad. And I was like, oh, I got something for that. And she's like, girl, I've been dealing with this for years. I ain't worried about it. And she's my age. And I was like, okay. I said, that's a challenge for me, right?
Yeah.
So the first batch, of course, she didn't use it. And so I was like, okay. All right. So I sent her a bigger jar, and I think she started using it more because it was a bigger jar, right?
Right.
And it cleared up. It took about maybe a good 5 to 6 weeks to clear up. But I think if she used it on a regular, it probably would have cleared up sooner. Yeah. But then I also started telling her what may cause her eczema flare up. So that's why I said the food, that's key. You know, whatever you put in your body, it comes out through your skin, through your pores. So my daughter is into lip gloss and all of that. I don't think that's my calling because I done messed up a whole lot of stuff.
Try to make lip gloss. Yeah, you're like, that's not it.
That's not for me, but I'm definitely big on just moisturizer. Because I don't think people really realize when your skin is dry, it tends to crack, and then you could get infections and everything. So skincare is definitely important, considering the skin is your largest organ.
Right.
you know, you definitely have to take care of that. So-
Definitely.
So the classic man, what is it? It's a moisturizer?
No, it's a butter, just
Oh,
like
okay.
the women. So that came. My son, he likes both, but he said, "You need a guy scent." And that's how he said it. Like, you just need a guy
Gosh,
scent.
like, get to work, Mom.
Yeah. So that I was like, I don't know too many guy scents, you know. So I finally mixed some things up, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I could do this," and I'm like, "Oh, okay," but he
Right.
still likes the other one. So I don't know. And the funny thing is, a lot of women like the classic man.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess
Right.
it's unisex.
Okay.
now.
Right. So how long so you started with your daughter, but I guess how long have you been on, to market, and, how long it take you just to really like build it and.
Now, Charlie.
I know, right?
Girl. Let's see. Oh, wow. So initially, I was just giving it out, right? Like, because as a CRA, I was traveling 8 to 10 times per month. So I didn't really have time to let me just focus on this, right? So then I would say about 2021 is really when I was like, okay, I got something here. I really could sell it, because the people I was giving it to, they was like, you need to sell this. And I was
Right.
just like, no, it's okay. And they like, no, you
Right.
really need to sell
Sell
this.
it.
So then my brother mentioned to me, he's like, okay, are you going to be a business person, or is this going to be a hobby? Mm-hmm. And I thought about it like, no, I'm going to be a business person. He said, so why are you giving away product? And I was like, because I think I got to get my name out there. And, and he was like, no, that's not what we're doing. It's
Right.
either you're going to sell it or it's going to be a hobby. So I would say 2021, that's when I really started researching. I got with some other people that are entrepreneurs, and just kind of started doing pop-up shops around Fort Worth, around the area. But last year is when I really just, keen in on it and really do a vision board and everything like that. So my
Right.
website has been up, it's about 4 weeks now.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Kiki, I brought her to
Yes, yeah,
the
Miss
networking.
Kiki, yes.
Yeah, so she's been in IT for years. And I was like, Kiki, you got to talk just simple to me, because, girl, I don't understand none of this.
Right. Miss Tech Babe.
Yeah, I said, no. And the sad part is, I have associates in electronics, and still is like, girl, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'm not even going to play like I know what you're talking about.
It's not for everybody.
No, it's because so much have changed, like AI and all that goes over my head. But it's been going good. I've been, like I said, it's been up about 4 weeks now. I've been having several orders. So now it's just marketing and really getting it out there. So I created little samples so people could try
Which is
right then and
excellent,
there.
yes.
Because what I learned is just give it in a smaller quantity. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't,
Right.
So it's still giving away product, as my brother was saying.
Yeah. But it's giving
much
them a
smaller.
taste test. It's a sample.
Yes, it's a sample. I
Sampling.
promise you it's about this small.
Right.
So, and that's been helpful, because I get feedback right there on the spot.
Right,
And if you like it, you like it. If it's not for you, then it's not for you. But thus far, everybody has liked that.
So a general customer question, because
Okay.
it might be somebody watching or listening that might be thinking about going into business for themselves.
Okay.
So when you go out and do the pop-up shops and you have the samples, how do you know what is genuine feedback versus you handing something to Grumpy Gus or to Schlep Rock? You know what I'm saying? Somebody that hates everything. How do you tell the difference?
That's funny you say that, because I've had 2 people do me like this. So at pop-up shops, what I do is I sanitize your hand, and I actually scoop a sample in your hand. If you come to my table, you want to test it, I do it right there. I don't. The little small jars I did, that was for the networking event. After you do your speech, that's what I was walking around handing out with my business cards. So I had a lady, oh Jesus, I think she was just rude to everybody, right? I let her try it, and she was just like, it's something about this. And so I always try to be calm, cool, collective. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, what is it? I don't know, but when I get it together, I'll let you know. But she still was rubbing her hands.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, that means you like it because you haven't stopped rubbing your hands. Well, I guess this might be like butter. Okay. I'll take that. that. So she walked around and she came back. Let me buy that jar right there. And I said, oh, sure. The quicker I could get your way, I'll be just fine. But I just think that was just her personality.
Right.
I also think I'm an energy person. So if you're coming off like that, trust me, I'm ignore you.
Right.
I'm a be Verlene at all times. Now, if you touch my kids, then you get another side.
Yes.
But I just don't like entertain that. You know,
Right.
if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. What's for you, it's for you. And my product may not be for you. You know,
Right.
Everything is not
somebody
for everybody.
next to me may have the same product that you like better, but I'm a genuine person. Like whatever I do do it wholeheartedly. I don't half-step anything. Or if I'm gonna half-step, I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be like that's not for me. But I know my product has helped people. I've seen people with scars. It has lightened their scars. Eczema, it has helped that. Psoriasis, it has helped with that. So those are the people I target, you
Right.
know. And I may come and ask you, like, okay, what fragrance? Name another fragrance that you might want that I can incorporate. So I do. I like doing that. I have a girlfriend. Right now, she wants baby powder. And I'm like, you want your lotion to smell like baby powder?
You know, that's nostalgia for some people.
Yeah,
You know, it
yeah.
takes you
Baby powder?
back.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Well, yeah, it just takes them back to a time. You know, I know that when I was a teenager, I loved baby powder. Like I always loved the Johnson, but I mean, I don't know why. Then I grew out of that. I grew out of that. You know, now, and so like another scent, you know, that I like Palmer's cocoa butter. It's just kind of
Yeah.
those staples, you know.
Okay.
Like that's the scent that, you know, put on
Yeah.
cocoa butter, you like that scent, you know.
Right.
So there's just certain things I think that maybe just reminds you, reminds people of a time.
But I mean, I think I was working with Tamala Main. I think that was last month, and she asked for a fragrance that's like something ooey gooey, and I was like,
What is ooey gooey?
I have no idea.
Can it? Can
It's-
Kim, I guess, can y'all
it's
tell
like-
us what ooey gooey
Is
stands for?
it
It's marshmallow. It's
cake? Is it marshmallows? Like
with
Is that-
chocolate chips, and
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. But when she said that, I really just stopped. Like ooey gooey, because when I think of that, I lived in New Orleans and they have a ooey gooey cake. And so, but it's really, really sweet. So I was like, okay, you want your
All
lotion
the
to
sugars
be
in
sweet?
it. No.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, it's one of those cakes like you can't have more than one slice.
Right, yeah.
So,
It's-
so
it's
does that
just
mean
really-
you break your rules when it comes to sugar for your
No. So my ex-husband, he's from New Orleans, and that was like what we had around the holidays. So, but I never had that. Like I said, I'm from Chicago. I
Right.
never heard what
I never
ooey cake
even
was
heard
or
of an ooey
anything.
gooey cake. I just wasn't-
But see, she's not in her head, so she's at it. But it's really, to me, it's really, really sweet. Yeah, you can't eat too much of that at all. So no, but I'm stuck on a ooey gooey lotion. I have no.
Yeah. You have to let me know when
No.
you figure that one out.
Hey, I'm really puzzled right now.
Right.
So I'm just thinking, like you were saying, some marshmallows, chocolate. I have no idea.
Yeah,
just something
chocolate.
sweet.
Yeah, chocolate. You know, marshmallow with some hints of vanilla. You know, just
See,
Yeah.
see, that's why I'm talking to people because I'm like,
everybody
hey,
has their
help me,
own-
help me get this out.
Yeah, this-
I'm trying to
so-
figure this one out.
So when you go in your lab, you know, is it therapeutic for you? Do you get lost in the lab?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
And my daughter knows, well, both my kids know, oh, she's in a lab. Like,
Do you have one of those lights that says like you know, like a photo lab?
you
when
know,
turn
I
the light
need
on
a
and-
light like that. But typically they don't bother me. They really don't. I used to make deodorant. That's not my specialty, but my kids was using it.
Right, yes.
But I found not to sell it. because I don't know. It just didn't work for me. But
Right.
like I said, the butters have been a hit.
Hit, right.
But I want to expand my brand outside of butter. So I also do scrubs, lip scrubs. But I have guys like, okay, the men, you guys need something more too. But it's like I have beard oil, but I don't meet a lot of people with a beard.
Right. Well, you got to follow. What's that group that they travel around? Was it the Silver Foxes? Just follow them
Yes.
around and all
And
the
it's
guys
funny
with
because I was
beards.
in I think this was 2 weeks ago, I was at a cigar lounge and one of the Silver Foxes was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he was asking me. And I was like, I have something for that. But he was just combing it and everything. He was
Yeah,
just
it's a whole, yeah.
yeah,
a
I
whole
didn't
routine.
realize. I knew his hair, right? So, of course, they got to groom it like the hair on their head. But they take that seriously.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. They were talking to me about how to make it connect, and I don't know how to do
Yeah,
all
all
that.
that,
It's
So
like
now,
close together.
as we're getting to
Yeah.
closer time, how does the audience, if they want to know how to get in touch with Sugar Plum for the products, the butters, or again, you
or
know,
then your
Advice.
your counseling business as far as your health.
Oh,
we didn't
it's-
mention that she has a master's in public health, so all the things that she's been saying about health come from education and experience. She's just not up here, you know.
Yes, I am. Oh, Lord. Because my sister is like, you need to go back and get your doctorate. So that's on the bucket list now. It was
Right.
not on the bucket list, but
Right, yes.
definitely going to dive into that. But my phone number is 773-354-6822. And then the website is sugarplumskincare.com.
Okay.
So, and that's a good question because
I know.
everybody puts
Is
a
it
R in
sugar
it.
or
It's
sugar?
SugarPlumSkincare.com. That's funny because everybody always throw that R in there, and I was like,
I did.
it's sugar.
so I wasn't for sure who put that R there.
I did. That was me.
No, it's
I
sugar.
will remove it post haste.
I know, right? No aura. No, I'm just
No, it's not.
What?
Because I don't like sugar.
Well, really, thank you,
Yes,
Sugar Plum, and thank
you're
you for coming.
welcome.
You know, a clock on the wall says we don't have to go home, but we do have to get the out of here. So
I had fun. It went by quick. It was.
Yes.
This is, like you said, it's a what? A
Conversation.
It's a conversation.
Yes,
Yep.
it
That's all
was.
it is.
Thank
It's
you for having a conversation with us. And as we always say, love yourself so you can continue to love others. So,
Absolutely.
and we will be back next week. Same facts time, same facts channel. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you, TikTok audience. Thank you, Facebook. Thank y'all for hanging with us. Thank you
Right.
for watching. Thank you for listening. And we will see y'all next week. We're out of here.
bye, y'all.
Bye.
Hey, this is Charlie,
This is JR.
host of Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR, broadcasting live each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. from Fishbowl Studios.
Log on to hear us speaking.